Welcome back to the class, students. Now let's continue with this sexual reproduction in flowering plants. This diagram is of the germination of pollen grain on the stigma. This is stigma. Now we have done that pollination occurs and the pollen grains land on the stigma. Not all the pollen grains will develop the pollen tube. Here the pollen grain that forms a pollen tube here, it transfers the male gamete. How many male gametes? 2 male gametes it will transfer. It's very interesting here. Just observe and listen very carefully. The pollen grains, when it lands on the stigma, the synchronized pollen grain, it produces 2 male gametes. Here you can erase the male gamete because I was showing the transfer of pollen grain through the pollen tube. Now this pollen grain produces 2 male gametes, and the 2 male gametes, these red dots, if you can see, I have mentioned it here as the 1 male gamete and the 2nd male gamete. This is nothing but this is ovary. This is ovary, and inside the ovary there is embryo sac. Now look here very carefully. That's a very interesting. It's not given in NCERT, but I just want to make it very clear to you. This sexual reproduction in flowering plants has a specific condition which is called as 7-celled and 8-nucleated condition. That means in the embryo sac the condition is 7 cells. How many cells it has? 7. And how many nucleus it has? It has 8 nucleus. How? Now look at this structure. Forget about these red structures right now. Look at the cells. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. This is a central cell, number 4. Then number 5, number 6, number 7. 6th one, here it is the egg, that is the female gamete. We know this, the fertilization will occur in the male gamete and the female gamete. But we have seen here that the 2 male gametes are transferred into the embryo sac. When the 2 male gametes will transfer into the embryo sac, one we know that will definitely fuse with the egg and form the zygote, and zygote develops into embryo. That process we know, that when the fertilization occurs, when the syngamy occurs, the male and the female gamete, it fuses together, formation of zygote occurs, and the zygote will develop into embryo. That happens. Where it will happen? Here with the 6th cell. Here I am mentioning it 6, that is the egg or the female germ cell. 1 male gamete, that is, I have mentioned it here with the red dot. It fuses with this 6th cell and zygote formation occurs and embryo formation occurs. But this embryo needs nutrition. This embryo needs nutrition, and the nutrition will come from the central cell. How? The 2nd male gamete fuses with the central cell and help in the formation of endosperm. Endosperm is formed that gives nutrition to the growing embryo. Clear? Now this is the reason why it is mentioned that 7 cells here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This 4th cell, which is the central cell, has 2 nuclei. 2 nuclei. That is why the fertilization that is occurring here, it is also called as triple fusion. Triple fusion because 3 nuclei are involved. 1 of the male gamete and 2 of the central cell. Triple fusion. And in this whole embryo sac, how many times you have seen the fertilization that is taking place? Twice. Once here and the other here. Once here and the other here. So this is called as double fertilization. So in sexual reproduction in flowering plants, it is very clearly related with the condition which is called as, one is 7-celled 8-nucleated condition, and the conclusion is it results in this double fertilization and triple fusion. I hope this is clear to you because it's interesting also, so you may get interest in this studies. Now this fertilization occurs, the zygote formation occurs, the embryo formation occurs. By this process, after this process, the petals, the sepals, all the parts, they wither off, they shrivel, they get removed out of the plant. Now when they shrivel off, the ovary, this ovary, it ripens, it matures, and ovary matures into, again very important point for you because we sometimes does not come to know what happens to the ovary. Ovary का क्या हुआ? The ovary develops into fruit. It is the fate of ovary. The ovary develops into fruit. The fruit that we eat, of any plant, the fruit that we eat, it is nothing but the ovary. We are eating the ripened ovary. And the ovules develop into seed. The ovule, the fate of the ovule is seed, and the fate of the ovary is fruit. The seed, it develops, it germinates. Now, we'll just look at the example of a dicot seed. Dicot seed, like you can take a gram, you can take chana. Now, we know that it has two cotyledons. Yes, you have studied it in class 9. It has two cotyledons. One cotyledon and second cotyledon. When it germinates under the appropriate conditions, two parts they arise from the seed under the appropriate conditions. This is called plumule and this is called radicle. Radicle develops into root system and plumule develops into shoot system. Plumule, and this is the seed germination. This is the seed, the dicot seed, plumule part and the radical part. These two are the cotyledons. This is an example of a dicot seed. So I hope this is clear to you that after fertilization, triple fusion, double fertilization, the diagram is again very important for you. Fusion occurs, zygote is formed, develops into embryo, ovary develops into fruit, ovules they develop into seed. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.